Friends, welcome to technical and option chain analysis. So in today's video we are going to discuss one of the candlesticks pattern, that is a triangle candlesticks pattern. So let me explain you what is this candlesticks pattern is all about. So basically this is a three candlesticks pattern. So if this is the first candle, then the high of the second candle should be less than or equal to the high of the first candle, and the same way the low of the second candle should be greater than or equal to the low of the first candle. The same way for the third, if this is the third candle, then high of the third candle should be less than or equal to the high of the second candle, and the low of the third candle should be greater than or equal to the low of the second candle. So if it forms this kind of pattern, then we can clearly see it forms like a triangle. So if we get this kind of pattern, then how we can trade this pattern? So if any of the candle break the high of this candle, then we'll take a long position, and if the any candle break the low of this candle, then we'll make a short position. So now let's go to the chart and we'll see some of the examples. So we can see on 7th of November, this is the chart of Reliance. We can see the high and low of the second candle is inside the first candle, and the high and low of the third candle is inside the second candle. So if we see the height of the first candle, we can see the difference between high and low is almost 5 rupees. So we can clearly see that this candle broke the high of this candle. So our target would be around 1452 rupees. So if we can clearly see that this is achieved in this candle. We can see the high of this candle is 1452.9. So 1 is to 1 risk to reward ratio is achieved. So now let's go to the another example. On the same day, we can see that this candle is formed. We can see the high and low of the second candle is inside the first candle, and the high and low of the third candle is inside the second candle. So we can see that it broke this candle broke the low of this pattern. So and we can see the difference between high and low of the first candle is almost 3 rupees, and we can see that this is achieved over here. So now let's go to the another chart. So this is the chart of Yes Bank, and we can see over here this pattern is formed on the 11th of November. We can see the high and low of the second candle is inside the first candle, and the same way the high and low of the third candle is inside the second candle, and we can see that a high of this candle is broke at this particular candle, and we can see the difference between high and low of the first candle is almost 0.35 paisa, and we can see the target is achieved in this particular candle. The same way on the same day this candle is formed again. We can clearly see that this candle is formed over here, and we can see the high of this candle is broke at this particular candle, and we can see that difference between high and low of the first candle is almost 25 paisa, and we can see that this is achieved during this further candles. Now let's go to the another chart, and we can see this is the chart of iPool Housing Finance, and we can see this pattern is formed over here, and we can see the high of this candle is broke at this particular candle, and we can see the 1 is to 1 is to reward ratio is achieved at this candle. On the same day, we can see that this pattern is formed, and we can see this candle broke the low of this first candle, and 1 is to 1 risk to reward ratio is achieved. So again on the very next day, we can see that this pattern is formed over here, and this candle broke the high of this first candle, and we can see the 1 is to 1 risk to reward ratio is achieved. So now the question is how we can find out this pattern in the intraday. So for that I have created one scanner in charting. This is the scanner. If you guys want it, then I'll put this scanner in the description of this video. You can copy the scanner from there. So this is one of the very good intraday strategy, and the accuracy of this strategy is almost 90 to 95%. So thank you friends for watching this video, and if you like it, then please subscribe our channel and hit the like button. So thank you friends.